I'm going to ask that you put aside any ideas of what meditation might look like to you for this episode. And if you hang with me for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I can guarantee that you will leave with a way to bring mindfulness into your day, into your daily life, without having to adjust anything. You won't need to take time away from your TV time. You won't need to add time to sit in silence. This will be a very plug and play kind of practice that you can bring into every day. So hang with you. I hope that intrigues you. My name is Jin, and this is The Unwound Being. This is a space where we explore different ideas and concepts that help our mind to unwind so that we can truly step into our best and most expansive life. So today we're going to be talking about the similarities between flow state and meditation and the power of intention. Okay, so when we look at flow state, and when I talk about flow state, what I mean is a repetitive process, a repetitive action that you're able to do that allows you to zone out, and your mind is clear because you're focusing on something. So this could be art, right? Like art is a big one. You hear artists talk about flow state all the time. You get into guitar, painting, stuff like that. But flow state can also be while you're doing the dishes, or if you're like raking leaves, like more mundane tasks that you don't need to be thinking about how to do them. So when we're talking about flow state and meditative state, what's fascinating is that the brain acts very similarly when we're in either state. Okay, so the two main factors of being in flow or meditation is going to be the prefrontal cortex and the default mode network having reduced activity. So the default mode network is our story, like the inner narrator that we have, where for ruminating, the story that we're telling ourselves. So that subdues. And then the prefrontal cortex, that is like the critical thinking, the planning, processing part of the brain, that also reduces. Okay, so it's incredible how when we go into a project, when we go into something that we're doing and set an intention, it's like our brain is waiting for us to tell it what to do. Okay, and I know that sounds very interesting, but our brain is just a tool that we use to create our reality, right? So when we're able to tell it what to do, it can open up new neural pathways and start bringing different stimuli in, or keeping different stimuli out, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna take my favorite mindfulness time, and it's something that I hope everybody does pretty regularly, and this is gonna be showering. Okay, so I'm fascinated with my shower thoughts. My shower they're incredible. And this is a practice that I started doing years ago, without even actually knowing what I was doing or how powerful what I was doing was. And I just recently learned that not everybody does this or knows that this is a possibility. So that's why I wanted to share it with you, because it's really, really awesome. But so, okay, when you take your shower experience, most people, I'm not going to say all people, most people have a routine. When they go in the shower, they do the same thing, right? Like it's autopilot. So wash face, down the arms, whatever. Like, so because this is a process, this is an experience that we do on autopilot, it allows for more either rumination or clarity. And that's where intention is really powerful, because if we step into the shower and say, this is going to be a meditative experience, this is going to be a mindful shower, right? it's almost like grabbing the reins of your mind, where you can either be with the moment or be ruminating, right? Like I think it's pretty common to have pretty cool shower thoughts, and it's because we're on autopilot. That means our brain just has more capacity to allow, right? And this goes same with flow state. When you're in a flow state and just I play guitar, so like that's what's more relevant for me, but like new flows come through, like new riffs come through on the guitar, and you're like, well, where did that even come from? It's because your thinking mind was calmed down enough to just allow different thoughts to come in. Okay, so what's really cool is that if you're taking, like, just starting off, right, first time you're going into your shower, and you're like, okay, this is going to be a mindful practice. So what that looks like, just noticing that you have a routine, right? Like, it sounds almost too simple. It sounds too easy. But just noticing that we have a routine is being mindful. It's being it's turning your shower into a meditation, because not only are you going through the motions of soaping yourself up, rinsing off in whatever order you do, but now you are actually observing yourself doing this activity. So like, even if it's like, okay, got the soap, washing my face, like going through the process and just being aware of what each step entails is going to be the catalyst to being able to really deepen the potential of ideas to come through, clarity to come through. So when we're showering, our brain knows that we're on autopilot, right? Like our brain is pretty aware that like this is a routine thing that we do it in the same way, we can zone out. But becoming aware that we are doing things in the same way actually trains the mind on a deeper level that what we're doing is repetitive, right? So then we can kick into real autopilot once we are aligned with our experience. Our brain is aligned, right? So instead of just blindly going through and doing it, teaching your brain that you are doing this same routine, it will open up clarity like none other, right? So if you have a problem that you're facing that you cannot see past, or a decision that you need clarity on and you have no idea where to even start, try the shower. Try the shower. Go in, have it just be a mindful time, instead of, and obviously because it is an autopilot experience, ideas, thoughts, stuff like that will come up. Just try to be aware of whether it's ruminating, if it's your story that's playing, or if it's clarity that's coming through. Because if it's your story that you're playing out in your head, that is great. That's what our brain does. But you get to decide whether the excess energy that is available because of the reduced activity within this default mode network and the prefrontal cortex, you get to decide whether you want to ruminate about things or whether you want to be mindful and just observe the routine that you have, right? Just observing our own routines is crazy powerful. So yeah, that's kind of like, and then obviously like so I do dishes a lot at work, and taking my earbuds out once in a while to just mindfully wash dishes. It doesn't even need to be like totally mindful. It's not an active participatory experience that needs to be had. It's literally, we can be passive, but in telling ourselves and setting the intention to have a mindful experience, something switches in our brain. Like I said before, it filters stimuli differently. And with that reduced activity, it allows clarity to come through. So choosing to be intentional and closing that gap between unconsciously doing something and being conscious in your experience is a world changer. It's a world changer. And then you can see like other repetitive tasks that you do that you just zone out during that can also be used for this time. And I think that this is incredible. Like I said, I've been doing this for a while now and honestly had no idea what I was doing. I just realized one day that I could reap the benefits of a mindfulness practice while I was doing other things. And this doesn't even just go for mindfulness, right? Like driving in for work. I used to drive all over. I used to pick up clients and I would listen to the radio all the time and I would sing. Not very well until one day I decided that time driving around was going to be practice. It was going to be singing practice. I was going to learn how to sing. And it was literally this simple intention of learning to sing as opposed to just singing. Now I can sing. I mean, still got some work to do, but like I can actually confidently sing. So really the power of intention is everything. It's everything. And when it comes to meditation, we don't need to set time aside to sit on a mat and, like observe ourselves, observe our thoughts, observe our actions, like any of that. Ideally, that's awesome. If you have the time, if you have the capacity, if you have the desire, a lot of people don't even want to, and that's totally cool. If you feel drawn to starting a meditation practice and sitting on a mat, that's amazing. If not, dude, take your showers and turn them into a mindfulness practice, because the ideas and clarity that come through already for some of us, right, will be amplified big time. And if you don't get clarity or ideas or anything in the shower, you will start. Like, I can guarantee that you will start. So mindfulness is super important. The brain, there's so many benefits to the brain, to the body, to the whole being. So slipping it in wherever we can is going to be huge. It's gonna be a game changer. I suppose it has been a game changer for me. I can't speak for anybody else. Other people might be like, fuck mindfulness. And that's totally cool. That's you, Taking the time, committing to try it out for like 2 weeks, right? Commit to 14 days. Maybe you shower every day, maybe it's every other day, maybe it's 5 minutes to 10 to 15, whatever. Water, what is it? Doesn't even matter. Forget that. But commit to 2 weeks of turning your shower time into a mindful practice and see what comes of it. If nothing comes of it, then stop. But if you come out of the shower and you're like, oh my God, I have $1 million idea, you're welcome. Okay, so I think that's all I have for today. The line between flow and meditation is a fine one, right? So like you hear there's a fine line between fear and excitement, and it's really where you put your mind is how you're going to lean on that scale. And it's like the same between flow and meditation, where if you are in a flow state, all you need is to simply say to yourself, this is going to be meditation as well. And your brain will literally take care of everything else. Literally. I promise you. All right? So with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever time. And yeah, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have a link down in the description for my Calendly. You can get an hour session for $77 or just schedule a 15-minute free consult call to see if we're a good match to work together. I would love to catch you one-on-one. If not, I look forward to catching you in the comments, and I will see you next Sunday. Until then, allow your mind to unwind with what we've chatted about.